What if Chuck E. Cheese was for adults?
This is the place for you and your friends. This is the place where the party never ends. It's the good time place, everyone agrees. When you're hungry for fun, it's Chuck E. Cheese. When you're hungry for fun, it's Chuck E. Cheese.
That's wit.
Back in June of 2025, CEC Entertainment, parent company of Chuck E. Cheese, announced a brand new arcade chain.
Chuck E. Cheese is all grown up, and he has a new adult arcade. It's called Chuck's Arcade.
On the Chuck E. Cheese website, it states, Chuck E. Cheese, the iconic name behind America's favorite arcade and family entertainment centers, is stepping into a new era with the launch of Chuck's Arcade, trademark. This bold new arcade concept from Chuck E. Cheese combines classic games and the hottest new games alongside iconic animatronic characters. The arcade was created for adults and lifelong fans who grew up surrounded by the electric glow of arcade screens, the symphony of digital soundtracks, and the thrill of chasing high scores with friends long into the night. Chuck's Arcade, trademark, is a modern-day love letter to the games and people who made Chuck E. Cheese great. Chuck's Arcade, trademark, celebrates a legacy of innovation that has defined the arcade and video game experience for generations. It's a new destination where nostalgia meets the future, bringing together gamers of all ages and inviting everyone to experience what's next. And with more modern arcade chains like Dave & Buster's, it's been proven before that adult arcades can work. In 2023, to test the concept, the company began opening Chuck E. Cheese Fun Zones in Florida, which were glorified hotel arcades. Then a year later, the company began opening Fun Spot arcade locations across American malls, distancing itself from the Chuck E. Cheese branding. But almost immediately, the company reversed that decision, rebranding a lot of them into Chuck's Arcades. The first location opened at the Pheasant Lane Shopping Mall in New Hampshire, with the addition of new locations like here in Brea, California, the first to open in the state. And after experiencing Chuck's Arcade for myself, I can say that Chuck's Arcade was a giant disappointment. This video will discuss why an adult Chuck E. Cheese, at least in this form, doesn't work. But before we start, a few disclaimers. I will be bringing up other stores, but just to help with my argument. Don't take them as reviews of those stores. This is only a review of the California location. The arcade is on the second floor of the mall and features the original design of Chuck E. Cheese for its logo. First entering, it becomes immediately apparent that the store is tiny. It's only about 3,600 square feet.
I can deny it no longer! I am small.
That's fine, I guess, but what about the nostalgia? How does Chuck's Arcade honor the brand? Taxidermied animatronics. These figures began being ripped out of Chuck E. Cheese's back in 2021. Each location has a different character, and the California store has Mr. Munch. Apart from the wallpaper, there isn't anything that screams Chuck E. Cheese. Some locations do feature some old artwork that used to be displayed in actual Chuck E. Cheeses, but here there's none of that. I would also like to note that the entire time I was there, I didn't see a single employee, and I've heard others say the same. Now the store is automated, but if I were to run into any issues or have a question, I would be out of luck. And like most modern day arcades, no tokens and no physical tickets. Instead, you have cards. Something I want to point out about these cards is look at the logo. That's not the logo for Chuck's Arcade, that's Fun Spot Arcade. The games you'll find here are a mix between more modern and retro games, and a whole lot of claw machines. But to play, it's very pricey. Using the claw machines as an example, it's 30 credits per play. It's $10 for 100 credits, so after 3 tries, you would have to restock. And when I say this store is automated, that includes collecting prizes. It's essentially a prize vending machine. They also have a Skittles machine, which is also automated.
Skittles! Hello, you know I'm here to make it a pizza, cause that's my line.
And perhaps the most devastating news for fans, no pizza. Not saying that Chuck E. Cheese pizza is, well, good.
Attempting to investigate whether or not that chain recycles their pizza.
Their reasoning is they just want to focus on the arcade aspect, citing most locations are being placed into malls with food courts. Except that some locations do serve food and drinks, so which is it? But besides the food, for being an adult arcade, you would think they would serve alcohol. Now the point I'm making is not that they need to serve it, but the Chuck E. Cheese down the street does. So technically, if you wanted a more adult experience, you could just go to a normal Chuck E. Cheese. So with that said, what makes this more adult? I'll tell you. Let's compare to Dave & Buster's. The reason Dave & Buster's works and Chuck's Arcade doesn't is it has experiences tailored for adults. Most locations have a sports bar and restaurant. Yes, you have the arcade that appeals to any demographic. However, even the prizes are tailored. Yes, you have prizes that appeal to kids, but you also have prizes that appeal to an older audience. The prizes here don't really appeal to adults. However, the arcade lets you purchase merchandise if you can't win anything. Some locations sell retro t-shirts. However, here they only sell plushies you could already get at your local Chuck E. Cheese. But it doesn't matter anyway because there's no staff to sell it to you. For a location marketing itself as a nostalgia tribute for adults, it completely fails. There is nothing special about it, there's nothing more adult about it, it's just a regular arcade. My advice, go to Dave & Buster's.